Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's be excited. Okay. Now remember that that when you deliver this, okay, so now you're going to be kind of going through your homework, but when you deliver this, you do need to use the postures in order to kind of get people interested and involved in the little exercises that you're doing. Okay.
Yep.
Munis, you're just kind of staring at me like, what?
I wasn't prepared for that.
Right. Hey, postures is something that you just need to always do. Always do the postures. Okay. So, you know, remember the online workshop that you're doing is a movie. And if you're boring, then people turn you off. So remember, always have to have the characters in there somewhere. And, you know, they have to be changing. So we're going to be kind of doing this little interactive thing. And then we'll go from there. Okay, are you ready? Who wants to start? Prava, you want to start? That means yes. Awesome. All right, Prava is going to start. Okay, hey, just a note. Okay, yeah. On that. Now you'll notice that in any kind of online type of situation, you do not have too much time to dilly-dally, right? So that means that maybe somebody's having a technical problem. With all the respect or any, you know, that goes with it, you go, okay, hey, no problem. You're, you know, having some technical issues. Let's go to the next guy. And you always keep it going. Never wait for people, because that means that everybody else on the call is waiting and it becomes less interesting, right? So for example, if somebody takes a little bit of time to make a decision, no problem, just make it for them really quick and move on. So in any kind of an online situation, this is a skill that you need to be able to do without pissing people off. Okay, so that's where you can use a little bit of the child posture in order to kind of facilitate having some fun while getting things moving. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of share that note with you. All right, you ready, Prabha?
Yes, I'm ready.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead. Take over.
Okay. Good morning, guys. Today, I'm going to explain, or we are going to answer several questions regarding safety awareness. So I've prepared actually two. One is a crossword puzzle. Another thing is the online question. There is 5 questions that you need to answer. Basic first aid, and then safety awareness. So can I share that with you all?
Yeah.
Right. First is the questions that I've used. 1 minute. I've used Flexi Quiz to create 5 questions regarding our first aid. First aid is something that we should know. We should know. Basic. That's a basic action that we should take during an emergency. So let's. I'll post it in our chat room. The link. You can use that link to click that link and then answer that 5 questions. Okay, we'll answer together. Do I need to share? Wait.
We got, yeah, share it on the screen. That way everybody can see also for the recording.
Right, that's the screen. Can see the screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, if possible, can answer these 5 questions.
Okay, so we already have the link and we are now ready to answer the 5 questions.
So the first question is, how should you open the airways of an unconscious casualty? Right, when somebody just fainted in front of you, it can happen to our family or anybody. So what is the basic thing that you need to know? Okay, the first thing is, the answer is, can we discuss the answer? Already answered?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the first thing is head tilt and chin tilt. Okay, like this. All right, and open the airways so that if they are still able to breathe, they will breathe. Right. And the second one is, how long would you check to see if an unconscious casualty is breathing normally? All right, you cannot take too long, because when a person is unconscious without any pulse, they must be given an oxygen supply within 10 seconds. All right, approximately 10 seconds. That's all. That's the answer. And the third one, you are the lone first aider or the alone there. It doesn't mean that you need to be a first aider. If you know how to do first aid, then you are able to do. And have an unconscious non-breathing adult, what should you do first? The first thing, don't straight away do CPR. Call for rescue and start CPR if you able. If you are not able, don't do that, because you will be fainted then. Next. All right. The fourth is, which is the correct ratio of chest compression to rescue breathe for use of CPR of an adult casualty? Is 30 compression followed by 2 rescue breaths. Okay, when you do a compression, make sure that you compress at the middle of your heart, chest. Right. The fifth is, what should you do first when treating an electrical burn? Now, this is very, very important. Yes, we do have a sense that we want to help people immediately, but sometimes we forget about the hazard around. All right. So the answer is, check for danger and ensure that the contact with the electrical source is broken first. Then only we can give any help or any rescue. So that's a 5 question, then submit. Okay, that is our first exercise. Do you get all right? One fail.
Yay, we got them all right.
Okay, very good. All right, now the second one is the word puzzle. Actually, it's in Word. So how am I to share that? I need to open it, right?
You share your screen, yes.
I show you screen. Okay, this is a word puzzle. It's a bit hard, but it's okay. So I created this using word min. So can you answer? You can answer on it, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
yeah, it's really, difficult in this case to do something like this unless we have a keyboard that we can.
Yeah.
On.
So it's okay, never mind. I just created this for an interactive way. So this is the only two interactive game that I able to create for this morning exercise.
Okay, so go down to the bottom of this page. Do you actually have words that people can choose, or you're just supposed to guess the words?
Guess the word.
Okay. All right. Google is what? What does Google do? At the bottom, you have Googles.
To secure your eyes.
Goggles.
Googles?
Yes, Googles.
Goggles.
Not goggles?
Goggles. Sorry. It's a typing typo. sorry.
I was like, well, how is Google going to secure your eyes? Like, okay, type in eyewear.
Sorry. Okay, that's the 2 exercise, Otto.
All right, awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's give Prabha some feedback on his exercise. So first of all, was Prabha using various postures to make it interesting?
I think
No.
so.
No, no. I give feedback for myself first. I did not. I did not. My hand is like this, but because I'm near to the laptop, so you can't see these things. Other than that, I'm not sure.
Okay, so remember, it's not about the hands, it's about the tension and breathing and everything in the body that creates a mood, okay, overall. So, okay, so that's one. And how fun on a scale of 1 to 10 was how, not necessarily fun, but okay, so there's the learning element as well as the fun element, okay? For the exercise. So how would you rate the exercise from a scale of 1 to 10? The first one, not the second one.
I think the first one was pretty good. I like the idea that he had the questions, and then once you answer the question and you submit, you automatically get the answer and say, oh, this is the answer, you got this wrong and things like that. So I thought that was good. It gives you a bit of a learning element there. Yeah, I thought I like that. And the second part, when you had the puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Puzzle, I think, I don't know, my personal view is in an online setting, that can be a little bit complicated because
Okay.
there'll be many people and they were trying to
Yeah.
That's my view. Yeah.
All right.
But the first one was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless you've got some kind of a puzzle system that will help you to type things in and or move letters with a mouse or something, it would be difficult.
Okay.
And the first one also, I think that besides what Muniz had said, I think that the having the answers back given to you or reviewing the test together is also a useful factor for the learning element.
Okay.
Okay, so that was good. The way that you not only gave us the test, but you also allowed us to kind of go through and saw and get the answers to the test, and you kind of explained why as you went. So you put us in the quiz mode, but then you helped us in the quiz, which was very helpful and very useful for retention.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. And okay, Muniz, you ready?
Okay, for mine, right, I maybe I didn't understand the assignment properly, but what I did was some of the things that we are already learning here, I'm already practicing in my programs. So in fact, yesterday I did one program. I used some of the elements that we practice into the program itself, like questionnaires and all those things. And the other thing I also want to set context, right, I did try the what do you call it, the Mentimeter. So there are some questions that I created in Mentimeter that we can try out. But what I like to share is the materials that I basically did yesterday. So is that all right?
Sure.
Okay, so this is copyrighted, so but let me just share my screen. All right, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, so this is the slides that I actually used yesterday. You know, okay, let me just demonstrate how I did it, yeah? So welcome everyone to the Sibelco Academy's series, the learning series, the online learning series called the Profile of an Excellent Sibelco Leader, yeah? So today, the topic that we're going to talk about is what makes an excellent Sibelco leader. Now, before we go into the topic, right, I like you guys to focus on the quote there. The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things, is the one that gets people to do the greatest things. And this was quoted by Ronald Reagan. What is your understanding of this quote?
Prabha?
You as a leader, you need to encourage people to do great things. Yeah, for me, basically, that's the leader is all about. You need to,
Johannes, how about you? Any comment? Okay, so basically, I mean, the idea is that in a leadership position, showing how awesome you are is potentially counterproductive, while helping others to see how awesome they are and encouraging them to feel awesome in the process is going to actually get the better result.
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely. Yeah, you guys got it spot on. And it's not about the leader himself. It's about how is he engaging the others, the people who are his, the people who are in his team to really do great stuff. Yeah. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to explore this element a little bit. Yeah. Before we go on, there's a couple of things that I like to also ask you guys. Yeah. So I'll go through the participants' ground rules, yada, yada, yada. And then I will ask them this question, yeah? So who exactly are leaders? All right, let's ponder this question for a minute, yeah? Are leaders made or are they born? What do you guys think?
Prabha.
Leaders are made.
Leaders are
Yes,
made.
Through their
absolutely.
experience,
Leaders
through
are made,
their,
not born.
not
So
born, they are made because they see, they learn, they experience from their own life, and then they become a leader one day.
absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Prabha. What about you, Arthur? What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. Leaders are made, not born.
Yeah, but there are also people who think leaders are born. They say born leaders, right? What do you think about that? That's, that quote, born leaders.
There are people who, in certain circumstances, not every circumstance, will basically take on a leadership role because of the environment they're in essentially matches the person who they are, and they also have a somewhat of a level of responsibility and or ambition that is going to enable them to be more proactive in supporting others. Okay, so that happens naturally, but it doesn't mean that just anybody can do that. Okay, understanding people, understanding how they work, and even having a connection to the greater purpose are all factors. So one leader who may appear to be a natural leader in one group may be in another group where they're totally useless.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're spot on there. Let's examine this question a little bit deeper. Yeah, when you say leaders are born, it's because perhaps this group of leaders, right, the so-called leaders who are born, they had this opportunity to learn these things as they were growing up. Maybe their parents were leaders themselves, right? So there are different ways in which leadership is cultivated. Yeah, and again, we are talking about if leaders are just born and they are not made, then all the training programs that we have, all the development programs for the leaders out there, it's null and void, isn't it? So it's just a waste of money, right? So yeah,
Well,
so this,
according to a study done by the ATD, leadership programs actually have the least ROI of any other soft skill programs, because most leadership programs try to impose specific leadership skills rather than develop leadership from within and in accordance with the person and the culture they're working in.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's something that, it's something that's developed through your interaction with the people above you and around you also as well, right? Yeah. So that's the first question. Another question that I have for you guys is, think about all the leaders that you have worked with before. Yeah. If there's one or two leaders that you regard highly, what were the qualities that made them stand out for you? Hey, Prabha?
Wait, I have something to sign. Just give me a few minutes.
Arthur, what
Okay,
do
well,
you,
Johannes, are you around?
Johannes, are you around?
Apparently not. Okay, so anyway, for me, it would be the ability to help me be successful in my own way.
Ah, okay. All right. So the ability to help you be successful in your own way. And when you say the ability to help you be successful, are you referring to providing the support, the encouragement, the motivation, the drive?
But not necessarily. I mean, sometimes they just left me alone. There was no real support there, but there was trust. And that was one of the keys there where, okay, here's and there was, I mean, of course there was when I was younger, there was also a form of mentorship with one particular gentleman who, but so he helped me to kind of find my way rather than do this, do this, do this. And that helped me to build up the person that I wanted to be rather than basically just kind of doing the trained monkey stuff that was required for the job.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. So just time out a little bit. You see the icon over here. So what happens is when I click on the icon, I will actually go into Mentimeter. And then at this point of time, before they answer the first question, right, they go into the Mentimeter and they will answer the same question there. So I have put in a question in Mentimeter. So here it goes. Is it loading? Yeah, are leaders made or are they born, or are they a combination of both, right? So do you guys see it?
No.
You don't see it? Yes. You can't see it?
No.
Oh, can you, I'm sharing the screen. How do I share this?
Can't, you have to change the screen that you're sharing. Right now you're sharing the PowerPoint. So you need to change it to the, you have to stop sharing the screen and then share again with the specific element that you want to share.
I share screen, right? Not the, yeah.
Yes, share again. And now choose the other one. And there we are. Awesome.
So can you guys go to, menti.com and use this code and answer this question, please? This was before we, we had this chat just now, yeah?
No worries.
Is it working? Have you guys answered?
Wait.
All right, so we have got one answer.
Oh, hey, Prabha's gone. Where did Prabha go? Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah, Prabha.
Sorry, disconnected.
We thought maybe you didn't like Munis's presentation.
I'm using my own hotspot now. Heavy rain here, heavy rain.
Heavy rain?
Yes.
Oh, it's not raining here at all.
Outside here today, it is a beautiful sunny day.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit cloudy here today.
So what do you want me to do here?
And go to menti.com and then type in this code and then answer the question.
Oh, okay. 1 minute. Menti.com. How to go? How am I to do that? I cannot operate other screen.
No, you have to open a Google Chrome, and then go to menti.com. Use this code 667409.
It can be anything. It doesn't have to be Chrome.
Yeah.
See, under normal circumstances, we would just go, okay, well, problems seems to be having some problems. Let's go on to the next slide. Okay, because again, you want to maintain that flow.
Yeah, but you only have two persons, two or
I
three.
know, when you only got two people, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, okay. I think Prabha is having a bit of technical difficulties. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. All right, Prabha. I hope you don't mind.
No problem. No problem.
Okay. So I would go through this yada yada yada, and then I have got I'll talk a little bit about leadership shadows and how as a leader you cast your shadow into the entire organization. The higher you are, if you're the CEO, you cast your shadow in the whole organization. If you're a departmental head, you cast your shadow in that particular department. So it depends on where you are. So that's what leadership shadow is all about. So yada yada yada. I talk about this, and then I go into what are the traits of a good Sabalco leader. Yeah. So here we also have got another Mentimeter questions, and they will identify the traits I will share with you later. And then from there, they will basically identify what are the traits of a good leader. I don't want to go through the full presentation, but what I like you to show, I like you to see is, hang on a minute. I want you, can you see this? This is our Microsoft Teams. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so this is what I've created. This is the questionnaire, right? So the profile of an excellent Sabalco leader are leaders made or born, and then they have got, they can choose. And then there's another question with regards to thinking about the leaders that you have worked before. What are some of the qualities that made them stand out so they can choose? And then, working under such leaders in question 2, how does it make you feel? Whether you're feeling inspired or stressed and whatever not. And then looking at the ESCO's expectation for Sabalco's leaders, what do you feel you're doing well now, in terms of your ability as a leader? And then what is it that requires improvement from you? And then this is specific to us because this is some of the things that we follow in Sabalco. Which of the blue behaviors comes naturally for you? And which of the blue behaviors you find challenging, especially in this current pandemic? And what support do you need to improve the blue behavior you find challenging? All right. So then once they answer the questions, this is how the responses are. Yesterday, there were about 38 participants in 2 sessions. So this is how they responded. Yeah. So so this is the answer.
Okay. And then everybody gets to see the answers.
Yeah.
You share the answers with them.
Yeah, we will look at the answers and then we will discuss about, like, for example, we have got 3/4 here that says, working under it makes you feel good and maybe inspired. So we talk a little bit deeper on that. Okay, when you say you're inspired, right? How does that really feel for you when you are inspired? What do you do when you're inspired? So we have a little bit of conversation around that as well.
Excellent, excellent. This is brilliant, Muniz.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and once we do that, I also have got, another link that I will share with them at the end, which is basically our evaluation form to see how is the overall program here, whether the objectives are clear, they need to, and then whether the facilitator is responsive, blah, 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 and then whether they will practice whatever that they have learned, what is the most valuable insight they've got, and what are the online learning series which will be helpful for them. And then here, what is their preferred medium of learning, whether it's online learning, e-learning, or face-to-face classroom sessions, and how likely are they to recommend this program to a friend or a colleague, and the overall experience of the program. So then, obviously this is the response. And then the good thing is, their preferred learning medium is face-to-face first, and then online learning is second, and then e-learning is third. But in terms of how likely are they to recommend this program to a friend or a colleague, wow, they say 22%, 22 people, right, out of the 34 said they are promoters, they're active promoters. They will go and recommend this program. 9 says, yeah, maybe, maybe not. Only 1 said, no, I will not recommend. Yeah. So that's a high percentage, really. And then this is the overall experience of the program, you know, in terms of their ratings. So this is what I did yesterday for.
Awesome, awesome. And this is on Microsoft Teams. So just to be clear for people that you know, want to know what software this is.
Yeah, this is on Microsoft Teams, and I only learned about all these things after coming for the online session with you. And then I was trying to explore whether we can have the same thing in Teams, because we are using Teams in the office. So
awesome.
Then I started exploring forms and how to create the forms through YouTube channels and all that. So that, yeah.
Well, thank you, Muniz.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right, this is awesome. Okay, so let's now so now, Johannes, do you have anything to go on this?
Still no, just made.
Okay.
Escape first for today.
All right, Muniz, you can stop sharing your screen. Now we see all your emails, man.
No secrets there. No secrets there. Hey, what about the presentations? Any feedback on the presentation style and all?
I thought it was very well done. Prabha, how about you?
It's awesome, lah. Excellent, Muniz, because you're stressing some important words, you know, your donation variants, and then you pause at one time so that we can concentrate and then understand. So and the questionnaires, you know, I about to ask you, Microsoft Teams, maximum how many participants can go in?
I think
can join.
I think there is a limit of about 500 or 600 participants, I think.
All right. Because I'm planning to do an online training after this training to my staffs. So because we are using Microsoft Teams as well.
Yeah, they have a whiteboard. The only problem with the whiteboard is not like the Jamboard where, you know, many people are able to share. You know, that's the only flaw so far.
Okay.
Same with Zoom. It's like it's got a cool whiteboard, but everybody can't share it.
Yeah.
So other than that, I really admire your way of presenting.
Oh,
did he use postures?
Postures, yes, because we can't see fully his like what we are seeing author, but the way that you project yourself, yes, I can see various of a warrior, you know, the what we call
emperor.
And
he had a little bit of child in there.
Child, yes.
I didn't see the lover though. I didn't see the lover.
No lover.
Okay.
Other three, yes, you covered other threes. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, Johannes, any comments on Muniz?
I think Johannes have some problem with his internet.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so the anyway, just one of the things that I felt was really good about it was that, you know, you did, even though you have the questions on the slide, so you basically use the questions on a discussion. Now, one of the only thing that I would change, which has nothing to do with this lesson and it does with future lessons, is that rather than putting 3 questions on one slide, I would put 3 slides with 1 question each.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, again, structure-wise, people get to focus on one thing, and that way you can have a discussion about each one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just a little structure thing, but when we're doing anything online, I mean, the last thing you want to do is get people to not listen to you and read the other questions ahead of you, which they do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Arthur, because after I put the question and I was going through it myself, I said, oh, people are going to be focusing on the second question when they have not finished the first question.
Exactly, exactly. So just separate the questions into separate slides, and I mean that's it. But the way that you interacted, again, the postures, the complete way of getting the audience involved, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then the way that you structured the Microsoft Teams. Now, just for people that are viewing the recording, Microsoft Teams is a paid system. It's not there's not the free versions. But Mentimeter has similar things, but you can only use up to a certain point of questions for free. So if you want to do, if you're looking for free stuff, you can get this kind of thing from a Mentimeter or Kahoot for the different free versions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that is now one of the things that I want to do now is I want to go and share this one with you also. And let me just quickly find this. All right, so right here, I'm going to give you the link right here in the chat. And we're gonna, these are a few little things. This is a similar kind of thing that we did yesterday, but it's got a few different slides on it. Okay, so same kind of thing. So 5 words, because 5 words to best describe this certification. This one is actually, I did it yesterday for the trainer certification, the DC Psychology Trainer certification. Okay. Okay, got it? Submit.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Now at this time, the other thing that you could do is you could play some music. Do, 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 do. Oh, maybe not humming, but.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. Johannes, you doing it? Prabha?
Doing another one, another one.
Okay.
Yes, done.
Okay, there we go. All right, and Johannes, not sure if you're doing it. If you are, that will be great. If not, anyway. So this kind of gives you an overview. So this is something that you can also use for the review, or for like, for example, what you were talking about earlier, Munis, is on the end of the program. What are some of the things that people appreciate? What are some of the words that they use to describe it? So all of that stuff is going to be very useful in building up your potential ability to build up on the program, expand on it, understand also what people are appreciating about it. Okay, so all of that is very useful that you can do. Okay, and so now we are going to move on to the next one. Okay, and then, okay, so this one is going to be, how do you feel, okay, about this program? How do you feel about this program? So this is basically 4 questions, and it uses the Mentimeter scale, okay? So then you can go to the next one on the Mentimeter thing that you have there, and it'll give you different points from 1 to 5 that you would be able to add to it.
All right, done.
Okay, and then submit. Okay, Prabha? Done?
Yeah, submitted.
Submitted already? Okay, there we are. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so now we've got, all right, everybody's on here, and now the next thing that we have is going to be a quiz, all right? So this is, of course, in one of the things that we want to do, especially if it is some kind of a program that is related to our, like our own program, maybe not necessarily the organization, but although, Munis, you did have a similar question in yours, okay, is how are you going to share it, okay? So here we got a little bit of music connected with this, and we're going to talk about how to share, you know, where are we going to share it? And so there are different options. So ready, and go. Do you get the...
All right, do we go to GTF.com or?
Okay. You didn't get the, did you guys get the little thing to ask the final question?
I missed it, Lata.
I didn't, because you haven't voted on this question. It appears like that.
I think that, okay, because I used this yesterday and then we clicked on enter. So I guess that after you already click on enter, that means that everybody has already gone through it. So it won't let you ask the same question. Okay. So yeah, if you would have started it brand new, it would have allowed you to kind of give a, it would have given you a question, and then it would have told you which one is the right answer and so on, with a little, you know, who answered what and whatever.
Okay. I wanted to click on something, but it didn't allow me, and then suddenly...
Oh, that's tragic. All right. Okay. So now, did you guys go through the videos about the technical stuff, about the cameras and the microphones and things like this?
Yeah.
It's the videos yesterday. Sorry, I was in the training the whole day, and
yeah, no worries. I mean, they're pretty simple. They're basically just talking about some of the different technical things, and and how, you know, it's really beneficial to have a second screen, a good microphone, types of cameras, things of that nature. So just one extra thing on that. I mean, for example, it's very easy to do this, right? Because that's like the normal way where you're in front, everybody can see your face and everything. But again, how expressive are you? So the further back you are, the easier it is for people to kind of connect with the overall expression body that you have. Again, I mean, it depends on the space you have available, on where you create this space. If you're doing Zoom, for example, if you just take a single color type of drape and make it just one single color, then you're also, when your head kind of moves back or forward or something like that, it doesn't look like somebody kind of cracked half of it open or something. And so you've got the, so that's one way to also, you can still keep the background and you're able to still have that part of you kind of doing things. Now, just one note on the background element, for example, you know, that you can create your own branded background. I mean, you can just go to Canva, for example, and just create a simple background that's got your branding on it and maybe your logo or something like that and that's what you can use for the for your Zoom background, rather than, you know, having a picture of New York City or Hawaii or whatever. So that depends again on what kind of a thing you're trying to portray. All right, and the background, that if you create a personalized background, then that makes you look a little bit more professional, and it also creates a certain type of mood, because it doesn't have to be serious. It can be, you know, having some cartoon type things, or it can be, you know, I mean, the types of fonts, colors, and all of that stuff that you use can connect with the mood you're trying to present. So for example, if you're talking about relationships, you know, you can have something that is related to, you know, that kind of creates that sense of closeness and love, with some letters that are more flowing rather than hard, like big fat letters, right? So that, you know, if you want to talk about safety, you know, again, you want to have letters that are going to be the big fat ones that are going to be like, hey, stop. Right? So you can have little things like that and create the mood together with the backgrounds that you have. But all of this is still going to depend a lot on the different types of equipment, how you use it, where you use it, and the space that you have in order to do it. So it's and of course, when you're building online programs, all right, when you're building online programs, how many of you, okay, how many of you are building online programs, like recorded online programs?
Planning.
Not yet,
Planning
but
to.
planning.
Okay, if you're, because now this is something that we're just going to be starting next week. All right. So this is if you're planning to do it, but you know, this program, we're going to be doing a program where we build it together with you. Okay. And then after you're done with it, which is, it's a 4-week process. Okay. So we work with you. It's a total of 10 people maximum. We work with you. We help you to kind of put it together. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, when it's all finished, we also sell it for you. So if that's interesting for you, just go ahead and send me a message on email or WhatsApp. Okay. So so that's all I've got for now. There will be some more videos that will be put up on the GTF portal, and I will go ahead and ask you guys if you have any questions before we leave.
Yeah, I have one question, Arthur.
Yes.
With regards to using the green background, right?
Right.
So, what is it really for, the green background? And then once you use the green background, then you can put whatever image at the back of your,
okay,
as another background, is it?
So first of all, green background does not necessarily have to be green. All right. The purpose of a monochrome background is to separate you from the background. Okay. So for example, if you have a green background and you're wearing green, you're screwed. Okay. But if you're wearing any other color that's not green, then it works. But same thing, you can have a red background, completely red, and not have any red on your body. But sometimes the thing is that, like, some people will have a little bit of red tones on their face or their lips and something, and suddenly their lips look like they're not there. Okay, so so that, you know, so you've got blue screen where you can wear anything except blue or shades of blue. So it doesn't really matter what color it is, as long as it's not part of your face or your clothing.
No, because the reason why I'm asking is because they say if you use a green background, right, and then you can use the a virtual background successfully. So like you are mentioning about if you have like your logo or whatever, and yeah, so you have a green background and you put a virtual background behind you, right? So will that help?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, here, just for example, like one of the things we talk about is our lights, right? So we've got like, you know, the different kinds of lights that we have here and stuff. And then over here, this is a green screen. Okay, this whole part here is it's just one big giant green screen. And then, you know, we have some of the other lights and stuff that we also use, and we have some sound deadening kind of styrofoam things that we add onto it. Okay, but that's okay. But how you set that up? I mean, basically, you just get a simple green cloth, green cloth, and then you take that green cloth and you take a thin, maybe wood, pieces of wood, and you just make a big frame. So you know how like paintings have a canvas and it's framed by wood? Basically just do that, but really big for a green screen. Now that is if you have a special room to do it in, because you know it's not necessarily very pretty as a decoration, right? So the other thing to do is just have it on a roll where you can just roll it down, okay? And you can put it up somewhere, or you can, I mean, literally you can just use thumbtacks and put it on if depending on what situation is. But the more flat that it is, the easier it's going to be to make sure that you don't have any kind of weird stuff going on in the background.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so the green screen is usually good, remember, because you need to have, but you can't wear green. Okay, so don't wear green tie, and hopefully you don't have green eyes. You look kind of weird. So as long as you don't wear green and you don't have like any green parts of your body, you're all good.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, and just again, remember, the more flat, the easier it is. Okay, any other questions?
No.
Okay, so here is the homework for today. The homework is basically tomorrow, okay? I need you to find 5 images, all right? So these are just pictures. Nothing on the picture except a picture. It's just a picture, all right? That describe in some way something that is related to whatever it is that you are teaching. Now, for you, Munis, it could be about relationships. It could be about leadership, whatever you want. Okay, and Prabha, you can do it about safety, but not now. I don't want you to do like the infographic kind of thing or something. I want you to just kind of come up with some pictures that describe or give you the impression or inspire one point. Okay, so for example, the leadership shadow that image that you had, Munis, that's a perfect representation of what I'm trying to talk about here. Okay, coming up with images that represent one idea or one point. Okay, so you're going to come up with 5 of them. All right. Number 2, you're going to come up with 3-word phrases, or they can be 3 separate words that will also relate to one point. Okay, and you're going to do 5 either 3-word phrases or 3 words in a bullet point type thing that represent one point. So you're going to do, technically it's a total of 5 points, but you're going to choose 3 words for each of them. Okay, can be 2 words, doesn't have to be 3, but not more than 3.
Example.
All right. So give me something specific related to safety, Prabha. One comment, one content, one piece of content.
Unsafe act.
All right. Okay. So let's talk about, so the concept of unsafe act, all right? So what would be 3 words that would kind of represent an unsafe act? Either 3 words in a row or 3 separate words? Let's try 3 separate words.
Handling material wrongly.
No, because that's only one, that's literally about handling material wrongly. If it's about unsafe act, one of the things you could be unfocused.
Oh, okay.
Right? It could be careless.
All right.
Right? And what's another one?
Focus, careless. Not concentrating.
Yeah, lack of
Concentration.
Yeah, okay.
Lack
Yeah.
of concentration.
Something like that. So that could be one little phrase kind of thing. Sure, we can, use that as a bullet point, for example. Okay, or you could have concentration with a little X on it or something like that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we're coming up with visuals and little images related to words that are going to relate to a specific meaning. All right. So those are the things that we're going to be coming up with for tomorrow. Oh, wait, are you guys okay for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, what time, Arthur?
Tomorrow is Saturday, 10 a.m. Okay. Or do you want to do it on Sunday? What do you prefer?
I think I'm okay tomorrow afternoon and Sunday afternoon.
Okay, tomorrow afternoon. Let's see, tomorrow I have, okay. Yes, I'm available in the afternoon as well.
Prabha, are you available?
I'm not available tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow
how about Sunday? You want to do it Sunday?
Sunday, okay.
Sunday morning, 10?
No, Sunday morning I can't. Sunday afternoon I'm available.
Sunday afternoon?
Yeah.
Prabha?
Can. No problem.
2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. it is.
All right.
Okay.
One more question before you go.
Yes,
Arthur.
please.
Munish has question.
Yeah. So you mentioned as part of the certification, we also need to do a presentation, right?
Yes.
So that presentation is also a part of this program, or are we supposed to do it out of this program, separate from this program?
So this will be separate from this program, and you will submit the presentation. So ideally, it's going to be one of the times when we can all meet and attend your presentation. But it's not only us. You actually have to invite people to attend the presentation and get a number of people attending a presentation.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
Can.
Any other questions?
No, that's it from me.
All right.
Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow on Sunday.
Sunday. All right. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.